Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith, and how are you all tonight? Well, we have another fire. A fire at a chemical plant, a refinery, a Shell refinery down in Deer Park, Texas. You all remember Deer Park? That's where a couple of other incidents happened just, a month or two ago, something like that. I'm not a petroleum engineer, so I don't understand when they said about a couple of heavy gas oils that came together and created heat and then big fire and it's burning and it's sending noxious smoke and fumes and toxicity all over those poor people down there that have to breathe it. Of course, I'm sure there's no danger and there won't be any danger drinking the groundwater. But what I do understand, so I don't understand what caused it, but I do understand that I've never heard of this many refinery fires, chemical fires, fires in food processing plants, 18,000 cows burning up, food processing plants closing down even if they didn't burn up, trains derailing, carrying hazardous materials. I just don't remember. Occasionally you'd hear something like that. I just don't remember this many. I mean, it's just one after another, isn't it? Now, I'm not one of those who says, well, I don't believe in coincidence. I do believe occasionally a coincidence will happen. Not 100 coincidences. Okay, that goes into territory of not a coincidence. So what's going on? You all remember that we mentioned fifth generation warfare. I didn't get into it much. Actually, I think I directed you over to Lee's channel over at Cold War Prepper, and he covered it quite a bit. I think he covered it with Triple G, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but maybe I'm not. Anyway, that was a good one. Go over and watch that when you get a chance. I think that's what we have. A fifth generation warfare to where things will happen. You can't pin it on anybody. It looks like a natural occurrence, but it has such an effect on, not just the infrastructure, but the economy and people's psyches, that it has a continuing and growing debilitating effect on all of those. So what do we have? The question is, what do we do? That's always the question in preparedness. What should we do? The answer to that is more of what we've been doing. Okay. Now I know some people will say, well, I wanted a secret answer. I wanted a special answer. You got to tell us, what should we do? I just did. Prepare. I've made a couple in the last week or so, I guess, where I'm talking about total preparedness. And I made a couple. And I don't remember what I called them, but I was explaining that most people don't go nearly deep enough or wide enough in their preparations, because they splash around on the surface, they play it as a game, and it's no surprise to me that neither one of those videos got a lot of views, and I don't care, because I'm more interested in putting out good information than I am getting a whole bunch of views. I mean, it'd be great if I had 100,000 views. That means that 100,000 people might have listened to what I said and done something about it. So that would be 99,000 more than did, right? But for the 1,000 who watched it and got something out of it, I'm happy about that. And that's the sad thing. The information in those were really what needs to be done, and but it wasn't exciting like the end of the world and a big explosion at a refinery. Well, what you need to do is to understand that your preparedness needs to be complete. And right now, a lot of people will be saying, nobody can be totally prepared, to which I already answered that In the last couple, I says, I know plenty of people who are. If everything fell apart, they wouldn't notice, not for a week, but from there on. Seriously, it can be done, but it can't be done if you have an attitude that says it can't be done. Okay, it's a matter of what's important to you. You will do the things that are important to you, and the things that are not important to you. That's, you're going to see the shortfall in there. And the problem is that a lot of people who think they're they're involved in the preparedness. They're prepared. They're playing the game, but they're not living the life. And for those who are living the life, just keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Basic and complete, wide-ranging and deep preparedness prepares us for every eventuality. Except for a nuke coming right down on my deck. I'm not prepared for that. At least I'll go out with a Yingling. So, what's going to happen? I don't know. Gas prices might go up higher. Who's behind this? Who knows? You see, there's no way to know. There is no way. I know that people will be saying this person's behind it, and the Chinese are behind it, and this political group is behind it, and they're behind it, and they're all. Nobody knows. Nobody knows except the ones who are doing it. And to even think about that is a tremendous waste of time. Use that time to sit down and really think about how you can improve your position, how you can increase your preparedness every day. The world's getting crazier every day. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I figure it's going to be more of the same that's been happening, but then I also know that something could come out of left field that we never saw coming. And we have to be prepared for that. How do we prepare for something that we don't know is coming? To be able to provide for all of your needs, all of them. Do you know how many needs those are? Yes, I do. I wrote a bunch of books on it. I wrote 6 books. I didn't bring them out here because I was having my dinner. This is going to make you jealous. For you real men and women, this is going to make you jealous. Everybody's away. They're out, I don't know, some are working, some are at soccer, some of that. And like I say, I've been out here working in the yard. So I sat down, got my dinner, the kind of dinner that I like to have when it's just me. Check this out. Ritz crackers with a slice of pepperoni and a slice of mozzarella on each one, right? And a Yingling. That's right. Max, my dog, he just had a snake for dinner. So we're in good shape here. Yes, I do know. That was comic relief. I do know all of the things that it takes to be completely prepared. And if you haven't read my books, I didn't bring them out here like I said, but right down below, there are links where you can get my books. You can see them and get them. And on Amazon, either in paperback or Kindle, it's called the Stonemont series. The Reversion, the Revival, the Renewal, and Appeal to Heaven, the Blessings of Freedom, and the latest one, Hostages to Fortune. Or you can get them from me directly through our website, stonemont.us. Stonemont.com, US, because I like US. Okay, and you can go on there and you can order them from me autographed if you would like. In those books, I cover exactly, minutely, completely how to prepare for everything. The story is about a story of a CME that takes out the world. There, there's a spoiler. Don't worry, there's plenty in there. I just had somebody make a comment. They have just completed reading the whole series for the 5th time. Yes, it's that good. And yes, it's that full of information. And yes, if you want to be completely prepared, it is your roadmap to complete preparedness And yes, if you haven't read them, you ought to start reading them tonight or tomorrow, whenever you get it. But we have more stuff coming our way. It's going to continue to come. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know when it's going to be. But it can't matter. If you are prepared, don't let these things rile you up. Don't let them spin you up. Don't let it wrap you around the axle. Just keep going at it, and every day watch the circus that's going on and feel good in the fact that you are prepared. For you newer folks, like they say, the best time to start was 20 years ago, but the next best time is now. Well, do what you can. Do what you can, and start getting ready, because times are going to get worse and worse and worse, I think, for quite a while. Are they ever going to get better? I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. The pendulum of history swings back and forth, and I certainly hope so. But what times we're going to have to go through to get to that next pendulum swing, well, your guess is as good as mine. The key is to be prepared while we go through it. So, remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. You all have a good night. Prepare, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.